Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project Podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. And disclaimer, my family and all the animals are around, so I may get interrupted today. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome if you are a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. This is slightly a different format. I am on project to a certain extent. There's been a few days I've missed out this month. This week. Sorry, it's not this month, it's this week. Just because, you know, life got in the way. And if you've watched my vlogs, you'll know why life got in the way. So I'm going to get straight into it and start with my admin section. We've got a Ravelry Group. We've got 2 knit-alongs going on at the moment. One is for Stephen West Penguono and the other is for Scrappy Projects. Both of them come to a close on the 31st. So by the time you watch this, I would have shut the Ravelry groups, hopefully. If I haven't, feel free to pop in there under the radar. I was just going to run through the prizes quickly because we've got some really exciting prizes. I haven't quite decided which is going in what KAL yet, but I've got some lovely minis from Woolly Goodness and some lovely minis from Duffy Darlings. Along with one of her pins. We've got a skein of yarn from a Homespun House, which is one that I accidentally bought 2 of because it was the night before Christmas. It's actually a Christmas colourway. We've had a lovely donation from Giddy Yarns. That's pretty. And this is her Guy Fawkes colourway. So that'll be good for going into November. Another Duffy Darlings pin, which I will pop in with one of the prizes, and a crochet KAL. So I will make sure whoever gets this can crochet. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to split those yet. I think the KAL and these will go into the Scrappy one. So these are all going to go into the Scrappies, and then those ones, sorry, they're all going to the Scrappies, and then I'm going to use this for the Penguono. So yeah, that's my idea. That may change, but at the moment that's where it's going. So yeah, that's the KALs, and then on the 1st of September, which is Sunday, I'm going to open a thread for a stripy sock KAL. Now you can use scrappy socks for these, because obviously scrappy socks tend to turn out stripy anyway. So I will allow scrappy socks. They need to be either an adult full-size pair or 2 trainer socks, the little socks, shorties. You can do 2 shorties as 1 entry, or 1 adult size pair is an entry. Any self-striping yarn. If you make up the stripes yourself, that's fine, as long as they're stripy, and scrappy socks are fine. The idea is to use up these precious skeins of self-striping we're all hoarding, and that's going to run from the 1st of September to the 30th of November. So you've got plenty of time to knit a pair of socks. You can enter as many socks as you like, so if you're a really fast sock knitter like I can be at times, you could have like a pair a week. So I've showed one of the prizes for that last week on last week's podcast, so yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. So that's my admin for this week. So day 1 is socks, and as you all have known from last week's podcast, I was kind of concentrating on sock knitting. So I'm going to show you my finished object first, of which I have 2. So first up is my it was my ride-along project. It was my emergency project, but I liked them so much that I just kind of worked on them last week, and I had a few times when I was riding along and doing kind of emergency dashes out of the house, so possibly not surprisingly it's got finished. But this is the Yarn Badger from her Celebration self-striping colourway called Invitation, and this is how it's come out. Isn't that pretty? I've got enough left to make a pair of shorties, so I want to make myself a pair of shorties out of this too. So pretty. I might have to do a contrast heel on it or something, but I should have enough left. I love this, it's so pretty. The girl who does this is so talented. Isn't that lovely? So yeah, so I've got those done. They are washed, they are blocked, they are ready to go on my feet. That was my first finished object, and my second finished object, here we go, is my Brighton Beach Hut ones. Now these were done with a afterthought, forethought heel, which is where you put in a waste yarn where you want to put the heel in. And they fit fine, and I love them. This was a self-striping. So they're both of these would be eligible for the KAL. I mean, they're not because it's my KAL, but you could enter either of these. They're fine. So I just did, I'll tell you a funny story about those other ones in a minute. I did a 2x2 rib at the top, afterthought heel, and just a round toe, which I really like. I just do my heels like I do my toes, to be fair. And it comes out more of a wedge on the heel than it does on the toe. That might just be the look of the sock blocker. There are two of them, I promise. I have done two. So this is West Green Loft Yarns, Brighton Beach Hut. And I do mine on 2.5mm needles with 60 stitches. Now these, I cast these on one night last week for the second one. And I was knitting away in a 1x1 twisted rib. And then I was driving down on Friday to go to out with hubby for a date day. I realised that it wasn't a 1x1 twisted rib, it was just a normal 1x1 rib. So I had to rip it out. Can you imagine sitting there doing all that twisted rib only to discover actually that one isn't twisted rib at all? So that was an oops. And then I managed to knit with the tail as well on this. So yeah, the start of this sock, honestly, you thought I'd never knit socks before in my life. It's so pretty, isn't it? So those are those done. And then I'm working on, I've got 3 sock whips at the moment. Now this one, I'm not sure how far I was with this the last time I showed you. So if this is the same place, I'm really sorry. I'm about to decrease on the toe. This is a pair of scrappy socks, which is a set from Lay Family Yarn in her Iron Bridge Minis set. Now that's where I'm going to cut in the heel. And that is the yarn I'm going to use for the heel. That white, so I'll go with that. So it's going to be a real contrast. And these are the minis. I'm sorry, this is in a yarn bowl, hence the noise. These are the minis. There's that one. I did realise that last week I didn't show the minis very well, so I thought I might have another go at showing the minis this week. That one. It's a set of 5. That one. Such a pretty collection. I'm trying really hard not to hit this bowl each time I put my hand in it, but apparently I'm going to. Oh, that's attached to my sock, so I won't wrap that up too much. That one and that one. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty set. And as we discovered last week, I can't really show them all in one go. I am very bad at that. You just cannot see that middle one. There we go. Oh, just about. There, just about. It's a W. There we go. And they are knitting up like that. So it is sort of stripy, hence why you can use it for the KAL. And I'm just about to do the toe in that one. That's the first sock on that. Right, I'm going to stop making a noise with that now, I'm really sorry. That one can go over there. Then my next sock whip is in my bag by Sherry Iris, which has got a lovely lavender on it, and if you've watched her vlogs you will have seen her making these bags. They're so pretty. It's inspired something I'll show you later. And in here I am working on the Nest Point socks by the lovely lonely knitter Laura, who I affectionately call my yarn daughter because my real daughters aren't that interested in yarn, and she is, so I've adopted her. They're such pretty, I love this pattern. So that's the sock I finished, and then this is I haven't got a progress keeper on here. That is really naughty. I'll put one on in a minute. I was about there last week, and I have done the rest of the front of the foot, and I have turned the heel. So I'm now going to pick up the gusset on there. This is Sherry Iris All Summer Long colourway, which is really pretty. Such a pretty colourway. I'd love a jumper in this. I love how it's striping. It's micro striping, which works really well. Can you see the ridges are sort of in the white, and then the background stitches are in the pink, so it's worked out really well on a micro stripe. I have some micro stripe from Kelly, and I might do that, try and do these in that, but I want to do this in a self-striping yarn because this pattern is so much fun, and it's so intuitive that you can use it as a vanilla patterned sock, if you get what I mean, because the back's just plain, and it's so easy to work out which row you're on each time you go round that you can just literally, I don't need the pattern anymore, I've memorised it. It's so good. So I want to get that second sock finished. So I'm working on that one, and then I'll be honest and say that my emergency running out of the door socks is just a plain vanilla sock, but to be fair, one of the nights I run out of hearing an emergency this week, which has been quite a few, I grabbed that and was fine with that. That worked just as well, to be honest. But this is my theoretical emergency. I always use this one. This is a little bag by Caroline of Love to Sew, and I love this little bag. It's part of a Christmas project that she did, and in here is my emergency sock project. It's so pretty, really pretty yarn. And I was there. I did put a progress keeper on this one. I was there. This is an MCN, soft and squidgy. I was there, and I am now going down the I thought I'd done a bit more than that, but obviously I hadn't. I'm now going down the heel flap. I've obviously decided I'm having a heel flap in this one, and I'm not doing an afterthought, but that's fine because I don't have any MCN minis. Does anybody even do MCN minis? So yeah, I haven't got any MCN minis, so I'd only be cutting in with the same yarn, so I might as well do a heel flap and glass it, I think. But so yeah, that's my emergency out the door project, and I think that's a Nora George from last year or the year before, one of the two, the yarn. Really pretty. Always do this. That's out of my Nest Point Socks one. Oh dear, clear up after yourself. So yeah, that's my 3 sock whips. So last week I had 5 sock whips, and I finished 2 lots, which are those 2. So I finished those 2. So I want to try and finish another couple by next podcast. I should get the next one of this one done, and I should definitely finish that one sock of that one without a doubt. I'm going to the Southern Wool Show over the weekend, and I will take socks for that, but I will probably cast on something else, to be honest, because these are all going to be at a really difficult stage, aren't they? I'll think about that one. You'll find out in the next podcast. So that's my socks. So that's day 1 socks. So day 2 is shawl day, and that's hanging out in my puffin bag by Busy Pottering. I love this bag. And in here I have got a test knit for the lovely Laura of the Lonely Knitter podcast, and I am test knitting her Road to Perth shawl. Now, please tell me I'm not in the middle of a row. No, I'm not. Just for a horrible moment there. Right, I was there last time you saw this. Well, actually no, where's the bunny? Okay, they're on the same one. I was there the last time I showed you this, so I've gone up I'm going up the Garter Ridge section with the eyelets. So that's hour 1 at the bottom there. That's hour 2. And then this is hour 3, which is a mixture of the 2 yarns together. So I want to concentrate on this for the rest of this week. If I get to, I don't know what the sections are. I was going to say if I get to a plain section, I might take it with this with me to the Southern Wool Show, but it'll depends on what the sections are as to whether I will or not. I want to try and get this done for her, but I am running out of time, and I'm using Lay Family yarn. This is Ice Cream You Scream, and this is Lemon Meringue, and the mini that this was a sock set, and the mini that came with that I'm using on my scrappy socks, the white one. So these two, I'm using these two together. They go really well together actually, because there is some of this colour in this colour. So it's kind of, rather than being a real contrasty contrast, it's sort of a fade. So I'm really pleased with how that's coming out. It's really pretty. It's a lovely pattern. It's a very different construction. Really enjoying doing it. So I need to crack on with that, to be fair. I'll try and get it finished for her. But it's lovely. Beautiful shawl. So yeah, that's day 2. Okay, look, isn't that lovely? Do it on 3.25mm knit prosings, which are lovely. I have had no trouble with it. Got a lovely cable as well. Yeah, really enjoying that one. It's good fun. It's a fun knit. I'm going to move my pineapple up so that I know where I was. There we go. I need to do that on all my socks too. So yeah, that's day 2, shawl day. So day 3 is garment day, and up until yesterday this wasn't actually going to be on the podcast, so it's not actually in the show notes, but it's my understated by Hokey Locatelli, and if you have a look on previous show notes it's definitely on there. And I've been struggling to knit this just because I sprained my wrist a couple of weekends ago, and this is quite heavy to knit, but last night I got it again. I got it out again and I was able to knit on it. So there we go. That's it. Oh, she's so pretty, isn't she? That's on the knitting. And it is in Stranded Dye Works 100% Merino Flower Crown colourway, which is this pretty grey with flecks of different colours in. And I'd picked up for the sleeve last time you saw this, and now I've knit the sleeve, some of the sleeve. I'll try and show it to you that way around. There we go. So I'd picked up, but now I've knit that much of the sleeve last night. Now primarily because I knit my sleeves on 2 circulars, exactly the same as I do my socks. And if you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know I've been doing a segment called What's in the Bag. And I've been basically clearing out old project bags because I'm terrible, I can't, all my project bags got something in at the moment, and they're not necessarily works in progress, it's just because I haven't been bothered to clear them out. So I've been using my vlog as an excuse to clear out what's in the project bags, and in one of them I found my 4mm, these little 4mm short needles, which are perfect for this sleeve, absolutely perfect for this sleeve. So last night I was just sitting there going round and round. Now I've modified the sleeve on this because you're supposed to decrease every 8th row, and I knit one for my friend Kelly, and the sleeve on it is quite small. Now luckily the person it's for has got really skinny arms, so it's not an issue for her, but for me that sleeve would definitely be too small. So I've picked up more stitches around. I've picked it up for a bigger size because this bit here is fine, it's just the actual sleeve itself. So picked up more stitches, and I'm not going to decrease at all on it, not even when you get to the ribbing part. I mean I'll try it on and see, but I think I'm just going to leave it because I don't like tight sleeves. I would like to, I'm just going to leave it and cast off, do the rib and cast off all in, and I'm not even going to go down the needle sizes. I'm going to stay the same needle sizes, so hopefully I'll have a nice stretchy sleeve. That's the theory. I may have to rip it out and start again, but that's my theory at the moment. I'm not going to cast it off until I've tried it on. But so yeah, so that actually got some work last night. I was watching Pole Dark and I wanted a project just to go round and round in circles, and all my socks are at the awkward stage. I was just like, okay, I'm going to grab that and sit there and knit. I'm thinking that isn't actually much to show for Pole Dark, because Pole Dark's an hour long, and that's not much for an hour long knitting, but I think I was doing other things as well. I think I was kind of talking to daughters as well. So yes, that's my understated sweater by Holy Locatelli. It always looks really creased when I look it back on this. It's really not that creased in real life. I'm not quite sure why it looks so creased on the camera, but it's very pretty. That's the back. It's got a rib detail across the back and then plain stockinette. It's a crop jumper as well. But as I wear lots of jumpers, not jumpers, I wear lots of jumpers, but that's not the word I wanted. So I wear a lot of dresses over leggings. Having a cropped is perfect. Oh. I had dropped my ball of wool. There we go. So yeah, crop jumpers are perfect for me. But I do like it, it's so pretty. So yeah, that's Understated by Hoki Locatelli, and that is day 3, garment day. So day 4 is normally crochet day, but I didn't do any of that this week. I was finishing socks and running around, which leaves me to day 5, which normally is my mystery blanket day by Debbie Abrahams, but I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm trying to catch up on my cozy memory blanket. So this is my cozy memory blanket. Now if you watch my vlogs, you know I try and do a square on this every morning. There's been a couple of mornings this week I haven't managed that, so I'm still behind on it. But this is where I got to, she says, trying to, here we go. I've nearly squared it off. When I square it off, I've got 3 more squares to do. When I square it off, I will take another photo of it. But these are the squares I did this week, and these are all from Dusty Dimples, and it's from the set she did for Ramadan. It's such a lovely set. You get little quotes, and every other day you get little stitch markers too, so all these stitch markers are hers as well. And when I've finished it, which I've got day 26 today, I think, maybe day 26, maybe day 25. When I finished it, I'm going to lay them all out and take a photo of them, because I've got them all sort of still in their bags in the order they came in, and then I might make scrappy socks with them. That was where I was going with that. I'm going to make some scrappy socks. Right, so that's one of them, and that one, and that one. We had a Dusty. We have a bit of a green phase at this point. Is this significant, I wonder? So pretty. That one. I did quite a few this week. That one. And then that was the one I did this morning, and that's really pretty. That is such a lovely, I love these two. I want full skeins of these two. I want full skeins of these two, and I want a sock set in those two, because I think that would make the best sock set. I may have to pester Dusty and see if she'll do it for me. They're so pretty. Aren't they lovely? She's such a talented dyer. Go check her out. She's linked in the show notes. It's so pretty. Right, so apologies if the camera angle has changed. My battery died. So hubby came and distracted me, and then my battery died. Right, so this is my cozy memory blanket. Now, I can't show it to you very well because it's huge now, which, bearing in mind we're over halfway through the year, is not surprising. So I really do need to start catching up. So I need to sort of work on that. Oh, I just need a week off so I can do his knit. That would be cool. A week of sun so I can knit in the garden. Not hot heat. Don't want the heat, just want the sun. Just want it warm enough so I can sit in the garden and knit for a week. That would be so good. However, I have no leave left. It's not going to happen. Right, so yeah. So day 5 at the moment is my cozy memory blanket day. So day 6 is scrappy project day, and I haven't got any scrappy projects this week. I didn't do anything on my scrappy projects, but that does take me into my next section, which is sewing. Now, I'm not the greatest sewer, and this is living in, you know what, I've had these for ages, these like little paper suitcases, cardboard suitcases. It's perfect for keeping my sewing in. So I am currently using an Oh So Beautiful kit, and these kits are great because you get everything you need in them. So if you're just starting out, it's a great place to start. It even tells you how to do it. It gives you the instructions on the stitch guide and how to do the stitches, everything. It's really, really good. And this is the one I chose, which is a lavender one. There we go. That's how far I've got. Now I have done all the way up that one since the last time you saw this. My idea is to try and stitch on this every day, but as I said, this week's been a bit of a week. I haven't had a chance to. Now, funny story. When I got the Love to Sew kit for Christmas, which is the lovely little sheepy project bag that my emergency sock lives in, which is this one. Part of that kit was this, which is a needle minder. At the time, I was like, well, I don't sew, so I'm not going to need that, but I'll keep it and then give it to somebody I know that sews. Funny how life changes. So I'm going to be able to put that on there now and use that to mind my needles. That's really cute. It just goes to show you, doesn't it? You just don't know what you're going to take up. And this is all the fault of Sherry Iris. If you don't watch Sherry's vlogs, please go do it. She will inspire you to all sorts. She's also inspired me to look at old nature books, which we had our local fete on Bank Holiday Monday, so I raided the bookstall at the fete. It was great. So I'm going to show you those in the vlog, so if you want to see what I bought at the fete, check out today's vlog, which will be day 29, because it should be on there, because that's all sitting behind me waiting to be shown on the vlog. But yeah, look, so that's what I did. I'm by no means an advanced sewer or anything. This is very much beginning sewing, so my stitches are all uneven, and some of my chains shut up when that sort of close up when they shouldn't. But overall, I think the overall effect is really good, and I really like it. And I'm hoping to pop it behind me at some point, because as much as I'd love to podcast from my craft room, when hubby goes away for work come October, I can't keep running up and downstairs to answer the door during the podcast because it knackers my knees. So I will be podcasting from here, so I want to try and do something with behind me, at least until Christmas. And once I've got Christmas, you'll have the Christmas tree there. That'll be cool. Where that lamp is will be the Christmas tree. That's great. That'll play out with my lighting, won't it? Dear oh dear, that's Christmas's problem. But yeah, so that's my sewing, and I love it. And I've got a few more of these kits that I want to do. I also, at the, you'll see all this on the vlog, at the village fair, bought a pair of white linen trousers, which I thought I could use. I could cut up the linen and do little embroidery on the linen, because I don't want to buy like proper linen while I'm still starting and until I've decided I really like it. So I thought, well, if I buy second-hand clothes, and I think these trousers cost me 50p, so I thought it was quite a good place to start, really. So yes, that is my sewing. So that is it for actual crafting content now this week. I'll do my notices first, which is I'm going to the Southern Wool Show on Saturday and Sunday. If you are there and you see me, please come up and say hello. I would love to see you. That would be great. It would be really lovely. I'm hoping to meet up with Sophie from the Spring Snowflake podcast, who I know is definitely going, and I know I'm meeting up with Laura from the Loneliness podcast on Sunday. On Saturday I'll be wandering around with my daughter. On Sunday I will be wandering around with Laura. And we're doing two classes. One on Saturday I'm doing Tunisian crochet with Katie, because Katie actually likes crocheting, so I thought she might like that class. And on Sunday I'm doing landscape needle felting with Laura, so it was going to be me, Laura and needles. Yes, it's going to end well, isn't it? But you'll know all this by the time. I've just suddenly thought this goes up on Sunday, doesn't it? I wonder whether I should put this up early this week. What do you reckon? I'm going to put this up early. If I get this edited, this is going up early because the cows are ending as well, aren't they? If I can get this up early, I'm going to get this up early for you because of everything that's going on. So yeah, that might happen this week. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I might prioritise getting this done. So the only thing left I've got now is Happy Mail, which I've got a little bit of, and life stuff. So right, so Happy Mail this week. I have got these chart, which I can half show you and half can't show you, which is really unhelpful. These are tags that I have got from Kay's Vintage Emporium. Now, if you like handmade vintage cards and tags and stickers, go pop on to her Vintage Emporium. I'm not going to show you the other side because these are a present for someone and I know she watches, so I'm not showing you those ones. However, I can show you these. Which one of these is open? That's the thank you, so this one's open. Sorry about the noise. There is going to be a disclaimer, there is going to be crinkling this week. Now these are stickers that she's made that are from the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, which I'm actually reading at the moment. This is an old copy that had fallen to pieces. So she rescued the pictures and made them into stickers, which I'm going to use in my journal, which I think is absolutely a brilliant idea for an old book that would otherwise have been thrown away. It's got a whole new lease of life now. So that is absolutely fantastic. I have no idea if you watch me, Kay. If you do, let me know, will you? Because she very kindly, bless her, sent me a little thank you pack of the same stickers, and I'm going to put those in for the as an extra in the Stripy Socks KAL as a prize. So I'm going to put those in the prize package. Well, isn't that lovely? So that's Kay's Vintage Emporium, and I have linked that in the show notes. So that was part of my happy mail. I'm going to very carefully put this back in here so that the person that's for doesn't see it. Right, so let's start with Hedgerow. Now, I don't know if I showed these on the podcast or not last week. I don't think I did. Now this is set 39. Aren't they pretty? I love these skinny minis. Her minis are the prettiest minis ever. They're lovely. So that's set 39 and I just think that's adorable. Such pretty colours. I had this lovely package from her. It's coming in a little project bag. Isn't that lovely? And in here I've got set 40, which is this one. Which again, these are so pretty. So that's 39 and 40. Oh, they're lovely. So pretty. And, oh, I might do this. That's perfect. I might very well take this with me to the Southern Wool Show because I got a sock blank. I love knitting from a sock blank. I've only done it once and I absolutely adored it. So I might take these as my vanilla socks. I might very well do that. Isn't it pretty? I fell in love with this when I saw it. Such, so pretty. Do you want to see it out? I wouldn't have done this, but as I'm actually going to take this with me. So that's it out. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. I can't wait to see how this knits up. So I am going to very probably be knitting on this if you see me at the Southern Wool Show, because I've not knitted on a sock blank since Christmas and I really do enjoy knitting on sock blanks. I think I might be hoping that that's going to go back in there, aren't I? Oh Jane, I made a really good job of that, didn't I? Never mind, it sort of went back in. So that I probably will knit on. I won't take the project bag, I'll take one of my other project bags because I tend to use my project bags as my purses. But I am going to put my minis in there. So that's my happy mail from Hedgerow. Next up is August's minis from Giddy Knits, Giddy Yarns, which I really love. It's another unicorn stitch marker. I'm having a real thing for unicorn stitch markers this month. There's another one. Had 3 last week, 1 this week, and this is August Sunsets. Aren't they lovely? Now I've kept these all together, all these monthly minis. At the end of the year, I'm thinking I might make myself something in one of them. They're really pretty. So yeah, that's Giddy Yarns. So that's Giddy Yarns, August Sunset. Isn't that lovely? So that's another one. Then I had, right, this is a warning. If you have not received your Corner of Craft stitch marker for August, look away now. Because I'm about to show you it. He looks away. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to describe it, but isn't that absolutely lovely? That is just the talent there. Absolutely gorgeous. Really love it. So yeah, as I said, I'm not going to describe it just in case you haven't got yours yet, and you can look back now. And lastly, I had a package from Kelly of Lay Family Yarn, and I have a ball of her Rose Garden self-striping that's deciding it wants to undress itself, with a mini that goes with it. So it's 50 grams, and there's a mini to go with it. Isn't that pretty? If you look on Kelly's Instagram, someone's already, a girl called Debbie's already knit a shorty pair in this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I definitely want a shorty pair in these. And because I want to try and collect all her rainbow sets, I've got the pastel set. This is the muted set, her muted rainbow. I want her bright rainbow too, but I can't afford that yet. So another day, another week, another month. Christmas maybe. So yeah, that's her muted rainbow. It's so pretty. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe if I do it that way around. Had a little bit of light glare there, didn't I? There we go. So pretty. I'll show it on the back. I really don't want to get it out because obviously it's all nicely laid out. Very pretty. So that's it for my stash enhancement this week. I think that's probably enough, especially bearing in mind I'm going to a wool show at the weekend. I have got Pom Pom magazine that I haven't opened yet. I have got some stickers that I haven't opened yet because I can see them on the table behind you, and I've got a package from West Green Loft Yarns I haven't opened yet, so I'm assuming that's a monthly club as well. So I'll show that next week along with my Southern Wool Show purchases, which shouldn't be too much this month because I really haven't got the money to spend on it. So hopefully there won't be a huge stash enhancement for the Southern Wool Show, theoretically. So that's it for Happy Mail. So life stuff, if you want to see what's going on in my life, please go check out the vlogs because that's a good indication. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, so it's just been a bit of a crazy week, lots of things going on, most of which has meant I haven't had time to either vlog, edit or knit. So the family have done me proud this week. But that's what being a family is, isn't it? If somebody needs you, you go and help. So that's it from me, and I think that's probably enough for 1 week, don't you? I'm sure I've rambled long enough. So I hope you have a good week wherever you are. If you are at the Southern Wool Show, please do come say hi. I will see you next week. Take care.